And we are back. For those of you who are just tuning in, that was just BTS's Jimin with Lie. So let's get straight into the first story of the day, and it's a pretty interesting one. So this week, while guesting on JTBC variety show Please Take Care of My Refrigerator, AOA member Seolhyun revealed that she still splits the income that she earns from her solo activities with the 6 other members of AOA. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with AOA, Seolhyun is kind of like the breakout star. I mean, just last year, she starred in over 20 different CF/endorsement deals, has made like a ton of solo guest appearances on different variety shows, starred in a movie with Lee Min-ho, has been the lead of a drama, won a lot of solo awards, and like a lot more. Fellow AOA member Choa once even joked that even if she works for 10 hours, she still won't make as much money as Seolhyun. So you can kind of imagine that when it comes to who gets the biggest check in AOA, it's definitely Seolhyun. So that you can also imagine that upon hearing this news, many people began to question the fairness behind someone who makes so much more having to split their earnings. Now, this whole thing isn't new. Back when Suzy from Miss A used to split her earnings with the other members of Miss A, the story like this came up every week, and people would call the other Miss A members lazy and saying that they're mooching off of Suzy's success. Similar criticisms are coming up now, people saying that the other AOA members should be grateful, they should be ashamed of themselves. But I feel like it's important to point out that their contract isn't just that Seolhyun has to share all of her money with all the AOA members. I feel like we all have to go back to the time when AOA first became AOA and signed their contracts. Nobody knew that Seolhyun was going to be the breakout star. So in this case, in this reality, you have Seolhyun splitting her huge checks with the other AOA members, but if it had been Minna who became the breakout star, then Seolhyun would be taking Minna's large checks as well. Not to mention, all the members split their solo activities. So just like Choa gets a split of Seolhyun's money, Seolhyun gets a split of Choa's money. Yes, Seolhyun happens to make a lot more, but it's still fair in the sense that if you make solo money, you're gonna split it with the members. And I really hate the idea that the other members are lazy and should get off their butts, because I don't think it's their fault that Seolhyun just happens to be more in demand. And now, for the whole idea of everyone in the group having to split all of their earnings, I know it does seem unfair, and of course I understand why, many people see it as unfair, but I also can see, why that's something a company would want to do, and why it actually might benefit the group in a whole. I mean, a lot of people see it as, say Chanmi is getting all this money from Seolhyun's solo activities, why would she be motivated to work when she could just cash Seolhyun's checks? But the way I see it is, if I was getting the majority of the money I was earning from one of the other members' efforts, that would actually encourage me and motivate me and to inspire me to get out there and try to start earning money for the group myself. And it's just that whole idea that no matter how famous you get, everything is for the group. And I feel like it's almost humbling in the sense that even if you do become this breakout star, remember where you started and the fact that all of you guys are here together, and it should be, everything you do should be in the mind of the group. So even if you're the one with the solo variety appearance, you should be trying to bring that fame and that attention back to the group, because you guys are trying to survive together. I mean, imagine if it was just you're all out here for yourself. Imagine how cutthroat it would be within a group where everyone's just trying to get by so they can get famous themselves. But now that they're sharing income, I feel like that's more incentive to really focus on the group and really make sure everyone in the group is going to be brought up, so everyone can start contributing to the money that the group makes as a whole. So yeah, from one standpoint it is fair, but you have to remember that this is something that they all have to do. It's not just taking Seolhyun's money, but they all split up their solo CFs and solo incomes, because at the end of the day, above all else, AOA is their main focus, and I guess should be their main focus. So let's get into the next song, one of my favorites from 2016 from VIX. Here's Hot Enough.